Children are our hope for the future. That's what we believe, and we should invest in them above all things. I have always wanted to adopt children. When I grew up in West Virginia, I knew children who needed homes, and that was always something that was very important to me. We believe in this agency that people come to adoption through loss. We know that children have lost their families. We know the birth families have lost their children. But we also believe that those who come forward and open their hearts through fostering or adopting have also usually had experiences in their own life where they've had loss. So it gives them an opportunity to look at themselves and then bridge to where the children are. The kids that are waiting are kids that are older and are racially minorities and who are in sibling groups, but they're all children who've had experiences that have impacted them behaviorally.
The children that we're working with, most of them, have had significant challenges that no child should have had to deal with. But it's something that child is living with. And if this child comes into your home, it's going to become part of your life as well.
However, they can also be very joyful people who add enormous amounts to family life.
Our agency helps you understand what it is you are able to do. And then you can make the decision, an informed decision, about whether or not this particular child is one that you can be a good parent for.
Most of the time, families will move forward. And when they do, they go through our training process. And that's 4 Saturdays, 28 hours. And in that process, we call it Adoption 101. I had a family come to me once and say, "You keep telling us there are hundreds of thousands of kids in foster care, and yet you can't get us a child." And I smiled at them and said, "If you want one of the children who are waiting, we can do that. But what you want is a child that you have in mind, and that's not what we do. We look for parents for the kids that are waiting."
Pat Henry. Mickey Henry.
Stacy Henry.
Rachel Henry.
James Henry.
It's a good thing to get adopted because you feel safe with no parents.
I think it was a really good experience to learn what other people do in life and what they came from and how we can benefit.
Once you have an empty nest and you get to a point in your life you want to have meaning and want to give something back, there's no better way than to do it is through helping our children. There's no better way.
I would say that getting adopted can change your life, and you'll get to have a family.
So it's been 11 years, right?
Yes. We like to draw, play games, go on the computer a lot, and we like to go sometimes for walks or play with the dog, watch movies together. We like a little bit similar food, but not quite.
This chance to be a parent and to have somebody that you love as much as I love this little boy is really, really special. I mean, I don't know how you could ever not have it in your life. You know, it's just been really special.
I already lost 3 on the bottom and 2 on the top.
This one right here that fell out came out by an accident.
He's a lot of energy. I think a lot of people are a little startled by his rough and tumbleness, but for us, it seems to be pretty good. Yeah.
He's really bright, and so he's reading, which is exciting for us.
My mom was worried about the kinds of things we'd have to deal with as a family, mostly relating to other people judging us, but she's very quickly gotten over it. Yeah, I think having a grandson trumps all those things. Yeah.
We are anxious to provide more services, and we think there are needs, there are places where we haven't been able to do as much as we would like to because of limited resources.
And if I could just say one more thing, the reason I believe we change the world one child at a time is because in my own family, I've watched that my son was in foster care, his mother was in foster care, his daughter is not in foster care. So generationally, as we place one child and that child becomes successful, we change the world.